What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman. I am actually filming this intro way past the trip we took that you're about to see, because I realized when I went to edit this video is that I had done no intro at all for this video. I don't know what happened. I guess I was in a hurry to leave prior to filming the whole video, so it is like, I want to say like 3 or 4 days after we got back from the trip and I filmed this whole video. So I will tell you guys this: we catch fish, I guarantee you that. But you know, if you're seeing a video from me, we're catching fish. So I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna switch it up for you guys. What I'm gonna say, we did catch fish. I'm gonna show you guys how to clean the fish, and I'm also gonna cook the fish for you guys, as you can tell in the title. And I hope you guys do enjoy. It was a pretty fun start to the morning. It kind of simmered out over the mid-morning to afternoon hours. We didn't catch too much, but it wasn't a slaughter fest by any means whatsoever. But it was a fun trip, fun trip. I've been wanting to go brim fishing for a long time now, and I'm sure sooner or later we're gonna get on them. It just has to be the right time, right place, and not windy, because we are fighting wind. I feel like we're fighting wind every fishing trip I go on at this point. So. But what we're going to do, I'm going to go out in the wind. I'm going to go out when it's not windy. It is what it is. I'm going to stay fishing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so stay tuned.
I had to.
Damn. That was a good one, too, dude. He took it down.
Alright, we got to move that can. He's still there.
Yeah. I got to put on another worm. Got him. There you go. He moved trees. Swallow it.
We're keeping him.
Goggle eyes.
Pliers right there, buddy.
Am I on? Am I on? We on. We bees on.
This is how you remove the hook.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he choked it. Put another wormies on.
You want to just get the ice chest open? And look here, if you just want to jiggle jangle him a little bit over the ice chest.
Bro.
What? I mean, what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. He's about to get fucked up. I mean, he's going to die. Look.
It's all a part of the game. He took it?
He hit it.
Got him. Oh, that's a good brim. Oh, that's a good brim. Let me get in there, bro. Let me get in there, bro.
He leaked.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a nice brim. I don't want to be too loud because they got people coming, and we don't want them to know we're catching fish.
Dragging on a cypress canoe.
No, I'm telling you.
See, I like getting these little coves on the trees.
The little nooks.
Yeah.
Look.
Get him.
Got him.
Oh, no?
Oh, he's stuck. Don't come off. That's a good one.
Get him, man.
Yeah, baby. I told you he was in there. I told you.
That means he's shallow.
Told you he was in there.
That's a heifer.
That is a heifer.
How
Yeah.
shallow was that?
He's splurting his girt. Hang on.
You fishing shallow? Was that about,
I
what,
picked
4
it up.
inches? Yeah, about 4
Yeah.
inches shallow.
Dude, that's insane. Look how big he is. Look at my hand. There's our dinner plate. Anyway, gotta be quiet, because there's still people around us. Put him on the job. Put him on the job. Dude, normally a big brim like that all by himself. There he is.
Catfish.
Yep. God dog it. These are all teeny. As long as they don't stick me, we'll have a good day. was hooked good, good. Got him? Get him. Hell yeah, baby. Throw this catfish back. Don't need all that nonsense in here. Huh?
Keep it up.
Oh, let me see. Yeah.
I mean, we've already committed, right?
He'll eat.
Yeah,
He'll eat. Oh, yeah, he's the same size as that goggleye you caught.
That's probably what we heard.
Oh. That's a good one. That's a good goggleye. Bro, I seen your cork go under.
Look at the mouth on this dude.
Why don't they call him goggle mouth? Because I picked him. Dude, that thing is big. Put him in the chest. That's what I'm talking about.
Tell me we need a big ass.
No, we don't.
But you can tell me we get nice. I want you to piss me off.
Come on, eat it, bro.
Keep the camera facing that way. Get him, bro.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hell yeah, boy. Slam. Dirty. Slam. You just threw the whole worm?
I thought I... Shut up.
Why would you throw the whole worm?
What happened? What do you even mean right now?
Dude. You could tell he's been fighting with other brim. Or rubbing them against them trees.
Yeah, he's been fighting with other brim?
Yeah.
He was bullied as a kid? Or?
Yeah, he was a dresser. Look at this big bull head he got. Oh, big forehead. One. And there. Alright guys, we just got back from our trip and we didn't catch a whole lot, but for what we did catch, perfect amount for me to clean and fry up tonight, which would make perfect episode for me to do a catch, clean, and cook. So we're at the cleaning part, and I'm just gonna show you guys kind of quickly how to clean like one or two of these fish. I'm not gonna go in great detail or great depth and show you how I'm about to clean all of these fish, because you pretty much clean them all the same, especially if you plan on eating these fish whole, which I do. I mean, the fish we caught today were just nice brim and goggleye. I mean, that is a fish. So, what I like to do, the old method, to get the scales off, since we are eating them whole, we have to get the scales off, is take a spoon, large spoon, and all you're going to do is basically start scraping the scales off. You're going to scrape against the grain. So you're going to take the spoon, and see how the scales just easily peel off, and it's so much easier with a spoon. And you just scrape. And the colder the fish is, the better, because when the scales are colder, they're more stiffer, so they flake off a whole lot easier. So as you can tell, it doesn't take a whole long time. Because the scales on this fish are almost all off already on this side, so it does not take long whatsoever. Just make sure you get all of them, because if you don't, you're gonna find out when you're eating it. Alright, so that seems like it's all the scales on that side. We'll do the same to this side. Now that you have all the scales off the fish and all you got is skin left, it's still going to have color into it, because it's the color's on the actual skin itself and not the scales. You're going to want to come where this big hump on its head is. You're going to want to cut right where that meets the gill plate. And you're going to want to cut it maybe halfway down to pretty much it's the ear, what they call the ear of the fish. So you're going to cut it as soon as I can grip it. Fish are super slimy. So just like that, you're gonna cut it halfway. Then what you can do is just take your fingers right here and just peel the rest off. And what you do when you peel the rest off, it pulls all the guts and stuff out with it. And then you just kind of stick your finger in there and you can pull out whatever is left of the guts. And normally what I like to do, all this stuff right here, the meat, the stomach, I basically just cut that off at an angle. There we go. Like I said, you peel that off. You can kind of dig your finger in there and get the rest of it out, whatever's left. And then it's basically just a hollow cavity of where its stomach and all its organs were and everything like that. Now, of course, I'm gonna wash all this off and everything like that before I fry it up. So I'm not too worried about cleaning it exactly perfect right now. But this is basically what you're left with, is this, and you're gonna actually fry this up whole. So, and the best part about this, you guys will see whenever I'm frying it up. The best part of this is the tail once it's fried up. But I'm actually strapped the GoPro to my chest and show you guys from a first-person view of what it looks like to clean these fish. All right, next brim. Kind of show you guys first-person view of what's going on here. So like I said, take your spoon and you just go upscale with the fish's scale. Let me put this on the ground before I stick myself. And yes, you're gonna have scales. Literally, let me pick this camera up. You got scales flying everywhere. It's gonna happen. There's no getting around that. And let's say this fish is one of the first ones we caught, because I remember because he had a unique marking on its side. So he's been in the cooler for quite some time, and you've seen how easy those scales just came off. The first one I cleaned was actually one of the last ones we caught, which the scales weren't completely cold yet, and it's a little bit more difficult. And the thing that makes it even worse is they're so slimy. But once you get it going, it really doesn't take no time to get all these scales off. You want to make sure you get under the tail as well and on above the tail, because a lot of people skip this spot and you end up having scales whenever you're eating your fish. And all on the edges of these little fins right here, make sure you grind those with a spoon and make sure you get all the fins off of there as well. I mean the scales off of there as well. Alright, so just like that, that's done. Now you can take your knife, find that bulge in his head, you just want to cut straight down into it. And you'll feel the resistance of the fish stop. See, like my knife went super fast through. Then you're going to take that and you're just going to pull. And everything from the fish stays in the head. And then you can dispose of that. And what you're left with is a basically hollow cavity of the stomach. So now that this fish is done, I'm going to put it to the side. I'm going to finish cleaning these fish and I'll get back with you guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we got all of our fish nice and cleaned. Make sure whenever you bring it inside the house that you once again clean it in your sink again. Make sure everything's out of the stomach cavity and everything like that, and there's no more scales on it. And then from here, we're going to get a separate bowl, and then we're going to put our marinating mixture in there, and then we're going to put the fish in there and let that sit until this afternoon when we're ready to fry. So I'm going to take you guys through the process of what I put in my marinating mixture. It's very simple. It's 3 ingredients, and I'll show you guys right now. Alright, your 3 ingredients. Milk. I know I use whole milk, yellow mustard, and eggs. Now, if you came to the Louisiana Outdoorsman channel for measurements when it comes to cooking stuff, you ain't gonna get them. So, I don't know how much milk I'm putting in here, but about like that. And what you're gonna want to do, I normally take about 2 eggs, and you're just gonna crack them in there. Put that to the side. Crack that one. Bam, put that in there. You can put a third. I'm not gonna put a third because we don't have a ton of fish. Rinse my hands real quick. Like I said, we don't have a ton of fish, so. And then what you want to use this mustard for is, sorry if I'm getting y'all a little dizzy, I'm trying to shake it up. What you want to use the mustard for is it takes some of that fishy flavor out, especially if you're doing whole fish and leaving skin on. So like I said, don't know how much mustard you're gonna put, but I guess spray it for about a good 3 to 5 seconds. Then I'm just gonna take a fork and kind of whisk everything together. You want to make sure that all the egg is kind of broken down. And once you're done, you're going to have this yellowish kind of mixture due to the egg and the mustard. I'm actually going to add 1 more egg. Oh, there goes my fork. There we go. Alright. 1 more egg. Let's make it 3. Just to have it a tiny bit on the thicker side. And like I said, you're gonna almost do this like you're almost trying to scramble some eggs or get them ready to scramble. Alright, as you can see, I can run my fork through. I'm not picking up any egg. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put all of your fish in this mixture and kind of let it sit all afternoon. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys what it's supposed to look like once it's in there. Alright guys, when it's done, put all your fish in the bowl with the mixture of milk, mustard, and eggs. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop a lid on that, cover that up, put it in the refrigerator, and we're gonna let this thing sit. It is 3:30 right now. I probably want to start frying these fish until around maybe about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So they're gonna sit for about 2 or 3 hours. And once I start frying, I'll bring you guys back and show you what the process is from there. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Finally, it is time to get to cooking, and I got the grease going right now. I'm just waiting for that to heat up hot enough to where when I dip the fish in, it is gonna start sizzling right away. What you're gonna need, if you don't have one of these, you need to get one. It makes it super easy to batter your fish. You basically just pour, which I'm gonna use Battering seasoned fish fry, but I'm also gonna add a little bit of Tony's into it to make it a little bit of extra seasoning. Got my fish that's been marinating right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna strap this GoPro to my chest and kind of show you guys the steps that I'm gonna take to cook these catfish. Just cook these brim. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my Battering fish fry, cut it open. I'm gonna pour the whole thing into the bottom side of this battering bowl. Then I'm gonna add a tad bit of Tony's. And by tad, I mean a good bit. I'm gonna kind of just swirl that around. Then put the top back on, give it a little shake, just to kind of mix everything up. And the way this thing works is you open up the top side of this, which the bottom is where the batter still is, and I'm gonna put a few fish in here on the top side, which I don't know how many I'm able to put because these things are some slabs here. Try to fit 5. Good enough. So, put this top back on. Make sure it's sealed good because you don't want stuff flying everywhere. Then I'm going to flip this upside down. Let the flour go down to the bottom side where the fish is. Shake it up to where everything's nice and coated. And flip it back. Drain all the excess. And voila, your fish is now battered. And now we're waiting still for the grease to heat up. I'm going to catch you guys up once this gets all hot and ready. Alright, grease is finally nice and hot, right about 325. 325, 350 is about where you want it. I put these brim to the side and I actually shook up another batch because I'm sure you guys didn't want to see that. But when you put it in, this grease should sizzle these fish. Basically, that's what you want to see. You want to have a rolling boil, sizzle, whatever you want to call it. And you don't want to cook too many of these fish at a time, maybe 4 or 5. You don't want to cook a whole lot because you start overcrowding the pan or the pot, and it ain't gonna go well. So I'm gonna put these in, let them do their thing. Probably about 5 to 8 minutes is all these brim are gonna need to cook. And whenever they starting to get done, they'll start kind of floating to the top and turn a nice golden brown. So I'll catch you guys back up in about 5 to 8 minutes whenever I'm ready to take these out. Alright guys, the rolling boil is still going, but it is not as loud as it was when it began. And it's been about 8 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take this batch out. And see they're a nice golden brown. And you can also tell when they're done, because right on the skin, I don't know if you can tell, but they start to bubble up under the skin when they're done as well. So that's another telltale sign that they're ready to be taken out. Those are done, put those to the side. I still got this one batch, and I got these 2, which will be the last batch. And I'll take you guys and show you the finished product once everything is done. Alright guys, they actually have 2 more that's finishing up here within the next 5 minutes. But that is your finished product. Nice golden brown, whole brim, bluegill, whatever you call it. And I'm about to sit down and enjoy this meal. And I hope you guys did enjoy the whole process of the video, the actual catch, me showing you guys how to clean whole bluegill and also how to cook whole bluegill, or brim, whatever you call them. I call them brim. And like I said, hopefully I can do this again in the future, maybe with catfish, redfish, whatever else I catch. So if you guys do enjoy these catch, clean, and cooks, comment down below and let me know what you would like to see me do in regards to catch, clean, and cook. And I will definitely see if I can make it happen. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. And as always, come back for another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman.